Hey everyone, welcome back. So, as May here comes to an end, figured might as well show off what I've been doing for the last little bit, plus give you an update of upcoming projects, and especially stuff that I've been looking forward to for a while now. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, as of a few days ago, finished up the Cadillac police car. Can say, add a little bit more detail. My eyes turned out quite nicely. Only thing about it is the back. When I first put it together, put the tailgate latch on upside down, so it didn't close properly, so I had to pry that off. And not sure if that was my doing or just overall kit's fault, but the rear doesn't fully close all the way, which in my mind it's okay, since a lot of time it's going to be displayed like this, showing off the speaker system. So yeah, there's that. And then, probably going to finish this up. Have the Explorer. No, not the Explorer, the Expedition. So going to be continuing work on this. Kind of decide on what color I should paint this, as the black's okay, but kind of want to go for a different color. And so then, with a little bit of hacking, ended up chopping out the spare tire the kit originally had molded into, and to compensate for that, I got a real spare tire out of a kit that I took apart. It wasn't really good, so there wasn't much loss on it, so we're going to have the extra spare tire in it to give more detail. Probably going to put some putty inside to cover up the holes on the chassis, especially since you can see a lot of it from the underside. But when you get the base back on, shouldn't be a problem afterwards. And then pretty much a case of just detailing everything up. So there's that. Then for the tires, been kind of quite debating on what I should do with it. I was debating for a while to go with these tires, as these are as a more aftermarket wheel, but still being relatively cheap. But instead, took the stock rims the kit would have came with, the police steelies. They fit onto these Goodyear tires that Rebel was using a lot of. So put those on, put the wheel backings in. So then these will be what will be on the vehicle. And then of course, going to give them I've already done a little bit of black washing on this one. Not sure if I'm just going to paint these a completely different color, more kind of like a black or a silver. So there's that. And then, of course, having the much bigger tires, I kind of got the idea that I had the Rebel GMC snowplow truck, but had no interest in the truck itself, only for the snowplow. So what I'm thinking of doing is, with the snowplow attachment, pretty much make a service vehicle. So Still need to figure out a way how to properly mount this. Kind of thinking about here, around here. Maybe a little further. Not entirely sure, but I'm really considering using the snowplow for this, even though this would be a vehicle you really wouldn't use for that kind of scenario. But, of course, it's better to create something than it is to just let parts sit away for a while. So with this, I'm planning on getting it done in the next couple days. So, it really shouldn't take long. Then, similarly, still need to decide what interior color I'm going to go for. I'm thinking of maybe doing a more light gray for the interior. Pretty much just go for a cloth style. And then, as this is going to be an off-road truck, don't want anything too fancy. So now, on to the big things that I wanted to do for a while. So, as seen in a few of my videos, I've got this Revell Peterbilt 359 truck. I did a custom paint job on it, but it seems okay on camera, but it's not the best paint job ever. So, the engine turned out good. So, been a little bit hesitant to do more work on it, but got this far. Could be worse, really. So, pretty much as a second time doing a big rig kit. My first one being a race team hauler, as shown here. So that one there was a really complex build, whereas this here was supposedly a very simple one. But the paint job really didn't turn out well, or at least as much as I would have realistically liked it. So, pretty much leaving that for now until I can figure something out, figure what to do with it. But, with enough said, as another big rig build for me to do, this one here came out of this one here. Ford LTL 9000. This came out about 2 or 3 months ago, not entirely sure. Was quite stoked about it since being a Ford truck was definitely something interesting, and I figured might as well be interested in building. It says it's a 1/24 scale, so supposedly it's a much bigger kit, but really, you don't really notice the size difference right off the get-go. So, and with this, it's almost a 300-piece kit. So, a lot of work I know is going to go into this. And I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know exactly what the detail is going to be like or how the parts are laid out. So, this will definitely be something interesting. I'm definitely liking the side stripes, and possibly might go for another two-tone paint scheme if I really feel like it. So, with this truck, the trailer I'm having to go with that is going to be this here. This here I've been waiting for a while on. Finally got it a few weeks ago. The Revell Auto Transport Trailer, which can hold up to 6 cars, possibly 7 or 8, depending on how small they are. Now, normally for me, I like to keep my kits so they can still fit inside the box. But with this one, because being a car hauler, it's going to be quite the size difference, as seen here. I've got 3 cars already lined up next to each other, and there's no way that's fitting back into the box. So that's going to be a hassle trying to fit a place to put that. Let me get these put back to the side. Then, also been thinking of it for the Ford to put a little bit more detail into that. Bought myself the truck shop accessories from Ilary. So, main things I really like about it is it's got optional mirrors. The bull bar, I know for sure I'm going to be using. Depending on how tall the sleeper roof is, luggage rack. Then the wheel covers. Warning signs, got the grab handles. Then a bunch of the tools, which will work great on the trailer. Got some more more fuel tanks. Air conditioning units will be nice to have. Another ladder. Some little figures. Water bucket. Probably too small to, or won't last long to have proper water in it. Then my guess is some diamond plating boards. Then auxiliary lights, which these here I'm likely going to figure out a way to install onto the bull bar. So, and then majority of the parts here are going to be put onto the Ford truck. So, that'll be good. And then, something else that will come later on is this here, GMC General Tractor Trailer. Now, since I'm doing the Ford truck, might as well make the effort to build a GM one, which is definitely an interesting truck. So, with this one here, it's the Coca-Cola one. So, it's got pretty much all the accessories. And then with the extra details, with the decals. The plan with this, ended up getting a trailer kit for it, which is the Big Rig semi-trailer, also an AMT kit. So this one, this one here comes as either a single axle or a double axle. So, being a long haul trailer, I'm going to be using it as a double axle, use up most parts. So then with this, take the extra Coca-Cola decals from this kit here, put them onto the box trailer, which I still need to source. I might consider sourcing out a reefer unit for the trailer, as realistically this trailer should have a reefer with it in order to keep all the drinks nice and cold. But for what it is, I'll just leave it for now. And then I'll get to that. So let me try and see if I can get try to fit everything close by. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but you get the gist of it, that primary works is going to be on the Ford. So I'm going to be, in my next video, which will probably be out in the next few days, I'll do an opening of the Ford auto transport trailer and the shop accessories kit, going through everything, seeing what parts I need, what I still need to source out, and to get everything all ready. So, stay tuned. Stuff will definitely be coming more regularly as I start getting more busy with kit building, and see you next time.